Beef producers across the state may have been grazing their cattle in fields and pastures up until and including now, in some parts of the state at least, but at some point, these animals may need additional forages. Market Journal's Kurtis reports on how and why cow-calf producers should check the nutritional quality of forages.
An abundant supply of forages is essential to cow-calf producers during the winter season. However, the price of quality forages has gone up dramatically in recent months. To eliminate extraneous expenses, it's important to utilize quality forages as efficiently as possible. University of Nebraska-Lincoln Extension beef specialist Rick Rasby says it's essential for cattle producers to test forages for overall quality.
Sure enough, you want to sample first cutting alfalfa from second cutting, from third cutting, and from fourth cutting. And so make sure that you sample those different cuttings separately. And let's say you have a cutting that has somewhere around 30 bales in it. You might sample somewhere between 10 to 15 of those bales, okay? Just get enough to get a good representative sample.
Rasby recommends separating grass hays such as brome or native hays into two cuttings, one group that was cut early in the harvest season and another group which was cut later.
Early in the harvest season, you would expect that quality to be a little bit higher. And so you want to make sure that you separate those out into two different samples, and then again, take a good representative sample of that based on the number of bales that you get off of those particular cuttings.
When collecting samples, Rasby encourages cattle producers to use a forage probe rather than collecting a grab sample. A forage probe can be found at many UNL Extension offices across the state or at feed stores.
This forage probe allows you to go ahead and sample bales and get a representative sample. And so grab samples just won't work on baled forages, but this probe will do an excellent job of getting a sample for you.
For the livestock producers who intend to combine forages, Rasby encourages them to sample forages before they are mixed.
To get a handle on how you might mix different forages together, you might take a sample before. And so if you're thinking about maybe putting some lower quality grass hay and some alfalfa and maybe some corn stalks together, maybe sampling that ahead of time might give you the ratio that you might want to put it together. But even though you've done that, it's probably a good idea to sample that once you get it grounded in the pile.
There are many labs in Nebraska that will analyze forage samples. These labs often use NIR, or near-infrared spectroscopy, which helps provide quick results. Once the analysis is complete, livestock producers will obtain a series of numbers which will help them better manage their forages.
You know, from a cow-calf standpoint, there's probably three really important numbers. That would be moisture, protein, and then energy. And typically energy will be in the form of TDN. So those will be the three numbers that you would use. And then once you have those, and then you need to have an understanding of the nutrient requirements of the beef cow as she moves from mid-gestation to late gestation to after calving, and then start to match up where those the nutrient quality fits in with the cow needs.
Cow-calf producers may need to consider additional supplements if their forages are unable to meet their cattle's needs. Reporting for Market Journal, I'm Kurtis.
Thanks, Kurtis. For more information on sampling forage quality, visit beef.unl.edu, where you can find an extended video session with Rick Rasby. And also tune into Market Journal next week as Rasby discusses winter calving.